Hey guys, it's Trey and Shiloh back with you.
How's it going?
It's good to be back. We had some fun today. We practiced with the plane and we thought we'd tell you a little bit more about the plane, where it came from, and take you for a tour.
Yeah, so this aircraft belongs to me. It's a 1998 American Champion Scout. They make a number of different aircraft. This is kind of their attempt at a bush plane, and a good attempt. It's a great airplane. So you can see it's a single engine. It's got a 4-cylinder Lycoming, makes 180 horsepower, 2 seats, not a whole lot of cargo space. So we're going to be pretty tight on this trip. We plan to bring a lot of junk. So we're hoping to camp and maybe bring some instruments and stuff. So, but wanted to tell you some more about the plane. It's kind of got an interesting history. It was bought new by the National Park Service, which you'll notice the NPS on the wings. I don't know if you can see it now, but you'll see it in a minute. It was flying in Kotzebue, Alaska, and they decided to get rid of their Scouts and go to a Super Cub, which has got just a better airplane for bush flying, maybe a little bit better. There's followings for both aircraft, and that's a good way to start an argument. But Park Service decided to go to Cubs. This one started making metal in the engine. The engine started to fail. The piston pin plugs actually failed, and that's where the source of the metal came from. But they decided to auction the airplane off. I bought it. They shipped it to Anchorage in pieces, which is where I bought it from, and I inspected it before I bought it, but took it back to where I was working and assembled it, overhauled the motor. It's my first overhaul, so a little crazy on that. I'm sort of skeptical on how much I trust it, but so far it's going good. I got about 50 hours on it. Flew it back from Alaska last fall with my dad, and anyways, it's a cool airplane. We're excited to show it to you, and we just got the bush wheels mounted on it probably a week or so ago. But we haven't even.
Let me get a shot of the bush wheels here. I'm not sure if it's in. Oh yeah, they're in there pretty well.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. Oh.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, we hadn't flown it with the bush wheels on it until today. We just got back and really dig it. And you can see the airplane really sits up high, which is a big advantage. It gives the wings a larger angle of attack when the aircraft is taking off. Kind of gives it a bigger bite of air, if you will, by raising the nose up like that. It gets the prop up away from the ground, and the big wheels really help with rough terrain, with rocks or sticks or whatever, uneven terrain. And so for landing off field, the bush wheels are, at some point, they're a must, depending on how rough the ground is. But these are the 31-inch Alaskan bush wheels. They're probably the most popular size they sell, and yeah, I can't wait to put some more time on them and go exploring with them. But really enjoyed the flight, and we have a couple clips we videoed as well, so we'll let you see us bouncing around there first time on bush wheels. Maybe a couple quick clips on it. but let's show them around the airplane. You want
Yeah,
to?
I'll do the filming if you do the talking.
So let's show them the inside first, I guess. Pretty standard tandem aircraft here. Standard 6-pack panel. We're going to have a 496, which is a little color moving map GPS. A little bit old school now, but really a good unit. Garmin GPS comm. And just a real straightforward basic airplane. If you look to the roof, you see we got a nice sunroof up there, so we have to wear some good hats to keep the sun off our head on the trip. If you look to the back, you can see there's not a whole lot of cargo space. We do have the extended baggage back there, which was, you know, that was installed by the Park Service when the aircraft was new, I guess. And yeah, we got to put all our junk back there. We got to reach over the seat to get to it, which I think is one of the biggest negatives on this airplane. There's an optional cargo door that can be installed in the side of the fuselage here. It just folds down, you can get to your stuff easier, but we don't have that door, so we'll just have to make do by reaching over the seats, and this will probably be stacked full with stuff when we get ready to go on our trip. Yeah, so for you guys that aren't pilots, this is what we call a tail dragger. You can see the tail's dragging on the ground. We got a little tiny wheel in the back. As opposed to other aircraft which may have a nose wheel, or what we call nose draggers. But see, we got a little grass in our tail wheel today. Proud of that.
And get a little close up.
Pavement. Without the big wheels, it cruises about 130 miles an hour, which is pretty good for an airplane like this. But we're just doing some testing. It looks like we're going to be closer to maybe 90 knots, or about 110 miles an hour. So the big wheels really slowed us down. That's a lot of drag hanging out there. But we think it's worth it. We think the wheels are going to be a key part of our trip, and also my summer in Alaska, because like I said, I'll be out there working. So yeah, you can see just kind of a unique Alaska thing. Well, maybe not unique to Alaska, but you see it more commonly up there. These little pads here for tying stuff to the lift struts. A lot of pilots will tie a gun case or bear spray or whatever they need outside of the cockpit here. Just a little extra storage space. Oh, another unique thing about the Scout is it's got a metal belly pan, which is pretty sweet for all-field flying's good. A little more robust than fabric, I guess. A little harder to repair in some ways, but it's really nice because you can remove all the belly pans and access the fuselage pretty well. And the Scouts also have taller landing gear than their brothers and sisters, the Centabrias, the Decathlons, and the other American Champion aircraft. Oh, how about the Aileron spades?
Oh yeah.
A lot of the pilots have never seen these before, and certainly people that aren't pilots. They're sort of like power steering, if you will, on the ailerons here. So when we bank the aircraft, aileron moves up into the wind, pushes the wing down, and the spade acts kind of like a shovel here, and it overcomes the resistance that the aileron's making on the stick, and it just lightens the control forces and makes it easier to fly the airplane, more comfortable. Yeah, so we're super excited, and stay tuned for more. We're going to show you guys more of what we're going to take with us, what camping gear, maybe talk some about regulations we have to consider. And of course, you should always do your own research on regulations and stuff when you do this. Don't take our word for it, but we'll try to give you a basic synopsis of what to expect. So we'll see you again real soon. Thanks.